expand and simplify. So we're going to do 10 multiplied by the 2x, which is 20x, and 10 multiplied by the 3, which is positive 30. On the second one of these, we've got to do it twice. So it's negative times 10w, so that's negative 10w. Then a negative multiplied by negative 7 makes positive 7. Positive 3 multiplied by 9w is positive 27w. And positive 3 multiplied by positive 4 is positive 12. Then if we simplify, negative 10 add 27 w's is 17w, and putting the numbers together, positive 7 add 12 is positive 19. To factorise, we want a number that divides both of them, so 4 is the highest common factor. 4 times t gives me 40, and 4 times 10 gives me positive 40. Another factorise, so I want the highest common factor of 12 and 15, so the highest number that goes into both of them is 3. Both terms have an s and they both have a u. So 3su, 3 times 4 gives me 12. Then I need s squared. I've only got a single s here, so I need to multiply by another s. That gives me s squared. U, I've already got the u. Then 3su multiplied by, so 3 times negative 5 gives me the negative 15. S I've already got, and then u times another u will give me u squared. Straightforward FOIL. Firsts is e squared, outers 7e, inners 1e, and lasts 7. And simplifying, that gives me e squared. In the middle I've got 8e plus 7. Factorising is the reverse process, so I'm going to get two brackets with n in them, and then I need two numbers that multiply to make 9. There aren't many ways of doing that. It's either 1 times 9 or 3 times 3. And I want the pair that add up to 10. So 1 add 9 makes 10, so it's plus 1 plus 9 in my brackets. Same question but with some negative signs. So still going to have two brackets. A is our letter this time. And we need to multiply to make negative 3. So that's either 1 times negative 3 or 3 times negative 1. I also want to add up to positive 2. So it's positive 3 and negative 1 that add to positive 2. So positive 3 and negative 1. Substitution. We're going to replace the j with the number negative 7 in brackets. Subtract 10, and we're going to replace the k with a 5 in brackets. And we can put that straight into our calculator, and it tells us it's negative 78. Solving equations. Opposite of subtract 5 is to add 5. 5 add 5 is 10 equals 2h. Opposite of multiply by 2 is divide by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5, so 5 equals h. Opposite of dividing by 7 is to multiply by 7. So q subtract 24 equals negative 3 times 7 is negative 21. And the opposite of subtract 24 is to add 24. So q must equal negative 21 and 24 is 3. if I've got letters appearing more than once, I'm going to move them all to one side. So I'm going to subtract 4m from both sides. So I'm left with the 24 on the left. 10m subtract 4m is 6m. Opposite of multiply by 6 is divide by 6. 24 divided by 6 is 4. So 4 equals m. Simultaneous equations. I'm going to balance the y's by multiplying the top equation by 3. So I'll get 27f add 3y equals 57. The bottom equation I'm just leaving as it is. Then both equations have got 3y in them, so I can do a subtraction. 27f subtract 8f is 19f, and 57 subtract 19 is 38. Opposite of multiplying by 19 is to divide by 19, so I get f equals 2. Once I've got that far, I then go back to the very first equation, which was 9f plus y equals 19. But I know now that f equals 2, so 9f is 9 2s, that's 18, plus y equals 19, so y must equal 1. Similar, simultaneous equations. Again, this time I'm going to balance the b's by multiplying the top equation by 3. So I get 21z plus 9b equals negative 3. Bottom equation stays the same. 4z subtract 9b equals negative 22. Now this time I've got a positive and a negative, so I'm going to add the two equations together. 21z add 4z is 25z. Negative 3 add negative 22 is negative 25. So z equals negative 1. Then go back to the first equation again. 7z add 3b equals negative 1. Z I know though is negative 1, so 7 negative 1s is negative 7. Opposite of subtract 7 is to add 7, so I get 3b equals 6, therefore b must equal 2. To solve by factorising, well, first we've got to do the factorising, which means putting into two brackets. So they're both going to have a c at the beginning. Then think of what numbers multiply to make 30. So that's 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, 5 and 6. Which pairs add up to 13 is the 3 and the 10. So it's plus 3 and plus 10. Now they multiply to equal 0. So either it's the first bracket that equals 0, or it's the second bracket that equals 0. First bracket tells me that c is negative 3, and the second one tells me that c equals negative 10. To complete the table of values, we can cheat using our calculators and use menu no, I've forgotten which menu it is. Is it menu 9 in this one? Yes, menu 9. And we put in our equation 3x subtract 4, starting at negative 2, ending at negative 1, with a step of 1, ending at negative. I've got to start again. 3x subtract 4. Ending at 4. and it gives me the numbers -10, -7, -4, -1, 2, 5, 8. And then we should be able to plot those points. And with a ruler, join them up to make a nice straight line. Last question. It's an equation, so it's going to be y equals some amount of x's. So the amount of x's, we start where it goes through a corner of some squares. If I go 1 across, I need to go 2 up to get to the graph again. So it's y equals 2x, and then it's crossing the y-axis at -3. Y equals 2x subtract 3.